I came to New York because I fell in love with New York. It was the first place that felt like home. Like that snowflake analogy of like I was here, everybody was so different, so therefore I belonged too.
I can smell the smoke from here. I can smell the steam of the subway. Yeah, it just sparked so much fire. It's still there. That's what New York means for me. It's home.
I don't think I had any idea what I was doing, but I convinced my parents and I pulled together a monologue and these songs, and I somehow got into NYU, and I moved to New York in 2000. Back when I first started as a young dancer, I did a lot of King and I's and a lot of Miss Saigons, and there's very few shows that are meant for Asian American casts. And also there are very few shows that are cast with Asian Americans in non-traditionally Asian American roles. Yeah, we end up just getting typecast a lot into those things. And also the shows that, like King and I and like Miss Saigon, are, not written from an Asian perspective. They're not written by Asian Americans. It's a pretty white perspective that they are written from and usually directed from. It's like a false representation. Everybody feels like work is a privilege, and it's hard to be critical of that work or critical of the systems that produce that work. But I think that slowly we are becoming more critical of the systems. We're speaking up finally.
I think I was defying whatever they're trying to put in my brains. You can't do this role. You can't sing this role. You can't sing this song. It's not for you. I'm going to sing this song. Do I look Filipino? It depends on the person looking at me. Sometimes they talk to me in Spanish. It's don't speak Spanish. I get typecast, not racially, but with how I am as a person. I'm always the sidekick. I'm like the old lady luring this American guy to marry your daughter. Valley High. I'm usually the comedian type. That's where I get typecast as, and not racially.
I actually use my middle name as my last name, Shino Frances, because it helps me feel like I don't have to choose. My father's name, or last name rather, is Rolnick, and my mother's last name is Kurata, or Kurata. And when I lived in Japan, I took my mother's last name. And when we lived in America, I would take my father's last name. And kind of like just having my name. I also remember specifically an audition for Hairspray that I went in, and I was very grateful that the casting assistant is the person who talked to me, but I was very grateful that she was upfront with me with how they were looking at it. And I do agree with this way of casting, actually, because this story is about black and white, that the only role we could possibly cast you in would be Tracy. And at the time I wasn't as big as I am now, so it was kind of like a nippy thing. She was like, I know, shape-wise you might not feel like you're there, but because you're mixed, that would be the only thing we could see you for. So if you're interested in that, you can stay, but I want to let you know. And I do believe in that kind of casting when that's the story that they're telling. But I remember it feeling, I don't even know. I don't know. How did that feel? I remember in that moment, I really appreciated it because nobody being seen as mixed I appreciated that. So a lot of times I feel dismissed when I'm looked at as Asian or looked at as Caucasian because I am both. I am a mix.
Another intersectional part of me is that I'm an international person. So I'm I'm from Canada, which, you know, as weird as it sounds in America, that is still considered a very foreign country. And if we don't continue to work, if we're too picky, or if we ever fall behind, we are going to get kicked out of this country. Our visas won't be renewed. We'll be deported. We won't be allowed back in. All these things, and I think that was probably I know it was like a constant fear of like, if I'm too picky, I'll have to leave. Like, and I don't want that. So I will continue to work the things that maybe I don't feel as strongly about because I need to. And, you know, I need to because I don't want to be deported. I need to because I need to pay my rent. I need to because this work is better than no work. And I'm not sure that's the best mind frame to live your life. But I think it's a very real thing.
The visa's the hardest thing for me. Like, I know I've done a lot of fair work that can help me get my visa approved. But here I am in my second attempt to get that visa and still no luck. I feel like I'm looked down upon every time I apply because she's Filipino. She hasn't got recognitions in her country. I've got a lot of like work done, but you're not enough. That's what I feel whenever I get like the RFE or get rejected. You're not enough. How are you going to be recognized if no one wants to recognize you back home, you know?
I can try to figure out what someone wants, like, right, play the game, figure out the types. I could lean into looking Asian, but well, what does that really, I don't know what that really means. Maybe do my makeup a certain way. I would try that once in a while. Do my hair a certain way, straighten my hair out. But if then I go to a dance audition, then my hair's going to frizz right back up because that's... and trying to fit in, didn't work for me. That trying to fit in, it didn't work for me. So I never really got that.
What I'm seeing is that a lot of smaller companies are being the ones to take, you know, quote unquote risks or do the right thing. That's amazing. And I want the bigger companies to be better, or we need to lift up these smaller companies.
I was back in Singapore teaching. I got the call from the cruise line. We have this opportunity for you. Come work with us. It makes me cry every time I see my castmates perform because they just are so inspirational and we feel the magic. It's amazing. It's such a wonderful experience, and maybe that's why I wasn't meant to be in New York for that chunk of time, because if I did not have the rejection, I won't be experiencing that part of my journey. Yeah, I wouldn't get that job if I wasn't rejected by USCIS.
I think what my responsibility is to create more opportunities for representation. And I don't know if I can do that as an actor, but I know that I can do that as a writer and a producer and as a director. I've got a lot of ideas in my head, and they don't, they're not historical or not about being Asian, but I think something that's really important is that person who is at the center of them looks like me, and because that's kind of what I know, and hopefully can provide an opportunity for an artist to step into, and then also an opportunity for a little girl to, like a little Asian American girl, to see themselves as.
I would want to be part of the representation of the Filipino artist in the US. There's a lot, and I want to be part of it. I want to be part of the whole AAPI community to broaden and to inspire more kids and more performers wherever they are in this world to take a leap and defy whatever their circumstances are.
I love creating new roles. I had a friend write a character with me in mind, and it's the biggest privilege. To me, that's always my dream role. Yeah, I really want to see theater going in the direction of being more inclusive, not exclusive. And right now, I'm talking in regards to who gets to see it, who gets to experience it. And I'm super curious about other mixed people's experience. As I understand in the industry we're in, it is about how it looks too. Like if, you have a camera in front of you, you got audience, like they're the people receiving the story. And my experience is that people are going to experience me the way they want to experience me. And to me, it goes to show that that's where we all see things from our own perspective and our own experiences, and we're so sure about them. So for me, what's most challenging is my own psyche and talking to myself about, show up as you. Like, let the other people decide and see what they're gonna see. Be ready to just show up and be.
I see you, dear little one. Won't you come out and play out here? It seems like sky is falling, the sea is rising, your world is crashing down. I've been there too. I hear you, dear little one. Won't you let go and cry out here? You'll feel like weights are falling, chains are broken. Some words can bring you down. I know that too. Dear little one, let me hold your hands. When you are ready, take one step at a time. Dear little one, I'm right here with you. If you're not ready, take one breath at a time. Darkness will come, and soon you'll see the light. Dear little one, you're not alone. Just be you. Just be you. I love you, dear little one. Won't you take a chance and go out there? You know your heart is calling, even when you are doubting. Like a bird, it's time to fly.